Hello everyone. So let's begin this week's video. I thought it best to take a couple of moments of our busy life and talk a little bit about the Eurofighter Typhoon. And this model has been on my review list for a while, and I'm finally getting around to reviewing this cool model. And this particular Typhoon is the EF-2000 with the German Luftwaffe markings, better known the JG-74 uh, 30-83 off of Neuburg Air Base in Germany, circa 2013. Now, this particular aircraft, as known by its officials, European Air Forces circles, the Eurofighter or the E-Fighter, and I call this aircraft, shall we say, the European F-35. Perhaps that would be, a little more badass, but hey, that's just me here, one veteran opinion in a matter. Uh, Wonder would those two ever face each other in a battle. In any event, the Eurofighter Typhoon does occupy a very important place in the European air dominance infrastructure, and I thought it wise to share a little bit about the history of this aircraft. So, without further ado, shall we begin? All right, let's get started. Following my usual approach, I'll start with a historical overview, and then the final section of the video will focus on the model itself. So, Germany was part of the Eurofighter Typhoon project, incidentally, before the name was given, and British were having at the time good success relationships with the famous Panavia tornado. So, they decided to do it again, which was back in 1979. So Messerschmitt in British airspace and later France joined the game, which was the Dassault. And the goal was to build an aircraft to become a state of art of the European Air Forces. The Typhoon was designed to replace aging fighters aircraft and maintain a strong European presence in the global aerospace market. Uh, you know, Demonstrating the technology aircraft. Well, the British Aerospace, the EAP, first flew on the August 6, 1986. A Eurofighter prototype made its maiden flight on March 27, 1994. The aircraft named Typhoon was adopted in September 1998. Uh, the first flight of the prototype occurred in 1994, and the first production contracts were signed in 1998. The aircraft entered operational service officially in 2003, uh, and the first production contracts were also signed that year on the March 27th, 1994. The Eurofighter Typhoon, the DA-1 development aircraft, took off its maiden flight in München, Bavaria, which was a unique experience for test pilot Peter Weger. The Eurofighter Typhoon is a twin-engine multi-role fighter jet and well equipped with the superior flight dynamics, developed by the consortium of European aerospace companies. The Eurofighter Typhoon program began in early 1980s with the formation of the Future European Fighters Aircraft Program, the FEFA, basically a multinational collaboration among the UK, Germany, France, Italy, and Spain. So the goal was to develop a new fighter jet with the advanced capabilities like short takeoff and a landing, BVR, and beyond visual range. France later withdrew from the program, leading to the independent development of the Dassault Rafale. So why did that happen? Well, France withdrew from the Eurofighter Typhoon program in 1985 due to the fundamental disagreements about the aircraft role and its operational requirements. Specifically, France desired a carrier-capable variant. and to to compete control over manufacturing, diverging from the other nations' priorities. And this led France to pursue its own project, which was the Dassault Rafale, simply because the French felt, as Eurofighter was developing, that did not meet all their requirements for an advanced fighter. They were seeking an aircraft that could be flown by both their Navy and the Air Force. And there was no navalized version of the Eurofighter being planned at that time. So France arguably went solo with the Rafale, while other nations, particularly the UK, prioritized in short and takeoff and landing capabilities. So now we have remaining nations are the Germany and the UK and Italy and Spain, which continued, the project under the Eurofighter consortium, which, I would say one for all and all for one. Germany and Spain merged with their aerospace industry, which is the Airbus, and the United Kingdom, the UK, merged with their base systems, and Italy with their Leonardo, which manages the Eurofighter Typhoon in the consultation with the four partner nations. The Eurofighter partner companies continued to pursue a number of significant opportunities around the world and are confident to sell more Eurofighters Typhoons aircraft internationally. Speaking some of the international players of the Typhoon, there is five export customers fly the Eurofighter Typhoon. One of them is Austria, which I believe they own 15 aircraft. Interestingly, Saudi Arabia has 72 of Eurofighter Typhoons. Oman operates 12, and Kuwait, I believe they have 28 of the Eurofighter Typhoons, and Qatar has 24. Also, in Germany, 2019, two more were lost during a training accident when they, would have a midair collision, meaning that off of 143, so three were lost in the accidents, and three. I think it doesn't seem much effort to desire, you know, uh, to bring back the Trench 3B. Now, speaking about some of the exports customers also, and a lot of countries that have looked at the Typhoon. For example, Japan have not decided to go with the Eurofighter route. Um, Obviously, there is ongoing debates which has had more protracted development period, the Eurofighter or the F-35 Lightning, which that's a good question. What's your thoughts on this question? Anywho, the Eurofighter partners, companies, as I've mentioned, continue to pursue a numbers of, significant opportunities around the globe, and internationally, they selling Typhoon for other countries, other customers, as I've mentioned, Austria, Oman, Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, Qatar. you know, these countries, they've owned Typhoon, they operate them. They choose this platform to be their air superiority, and the Typhoon, it's still fly to this day and will be for the foreseeable future. Uh, well, for starters, French. Why would the French withdraw from the program? French have historically never really relied on other Western powers like the USA and the UK to meet their defense needs, especially in the aviation sector. And in my opinion, it has worked out for them. It ultimately boils down to those two factors: the different needs of the French military and politics. I think it's fair to say the Eurofighter is an excellent aircraft. It is a truly a hallmark of European engineering and technology, and signifies a great step forward in the uh, collaboration between European countries. I have no doubt that it would have served the French well, but the reason why French choose to build its own fighter instead of the following through with the Eurofighter is the because the pride of the France, which is the Charles de Gaulle, the aircraft carrier, the flagship of the French Navy. That's why they choose their own operations with different platforms. Now, shall we go over some of the characteristics? Let's get to it. The aircraft, it's considered to be a fourth and a half generation supersonic fighter. The Eurofighter Typhoon has both a one-seater and a single-seater variants. Single-seat variant is designated as the if my memory serve, I keep forgetting things. Excuse me, folks. I think it's called the FMK2, while the two-seater variant is designated as the TMK1. Well, the two-seater can also be used as a trainer. The Typhoon employs a combined Delta Canard configuration, which makes it a highly agile. It is a multi-role aircraft known for its super cruise capabilities, advanced avionics, well equipped with the ASA radar. The aircraft, pretty much can conduct any type of missions from the deep strikes, air to air. Also, this platform is capable to carry uh, air to ground cruise missiles such as the Storm Shadows, what you guys see here in front of you. Uh, um, Also, the Typhoon capable of aerial reconnaissance and ground strikes missions. Does equip with the limited stealth capabilities, but nothing like an F-35 or F-22 platforms. Well, the idea was, to emphasize maneuverability and maximize carry of special weaponry over the stealth category. I think that was the whole idea of the Typhoon. Well, the Typhoon was also initially, deployed in air-to-air role as the Typhoon F2. The FGR-4 has acquired a variety of weapons, and it's very capable of engaging numerous targets types. The pilot performs many essential functions through the aircraft. Uh, the HOTAS, or better known the hands-on throttle and stick, interferes, which combined with the advanced cockpit and the helmet equipment assembly, or better known the HEA, renders Typhoon superbly equipped for all aspects of an air operations. Uh, Speaking about the some of the combat deployments, in addition of its combat debut in 2011, the Royal Air Force employed the Eurofighter Typhoon in the Operation a Shader over Iraq and Syria in 2015, and it has been consistently used in the Baltic air policing effort for Operation. Uh, I can't remember that exact operation, folks. So excuse me. And also, I know German Air Force used the Eurofighter Typhoon as a part of the NATO Baltic air policing missions in October in 2014, and was able to scramble and intercept 7 Russian Air Force jets. The Italian Air Force also employed the aircraft and its participation in NATO military operations in Libya, which was in 2011, as well as the Baltic air policing missions. So, having established that, let's move on to the next point, which is let's go over some of the impressions of the model. First of all, this model made by Hobbymaster in 1/72nd scale, obviously. Under model number is HA6602. Now, I will say, unfortunately, this release is discontinued. This is an older release. We're talking somewhere back in 2020. This was one of the first editions of the Typhoons from Hobbymaster. So, for some of you, like this particular release, I'm not certain about its availability. So, uh, the first impressions, we look at the paint quality, which is to me looks fairly good. There is no sign of being washed out. Overall, the paint scheme done crisply, especially the small details like the Luftwaffe insignia, for example, the Bundeswehr logo, which is and signifies for Federal Defense Forces. Really glad to see that rendered so well. In terms of proportions, the overall the shape of the Typhoon is a very close to the actual article. The shape of the nose isn't weird. The canopy shape aren't disproportioned. Everything is in balance. Would you expect to look at uh, you won't see like parts like oversized or undersized. So everything looks what you expect consistently to see. uh, Incidentally, the engine nozzles are very nicely detailed, as well as the cockpit details. The shape of the air intakes rendered well. One of the details that Hobbymaster really dialed in is the shape of the wings. I don't know for some of you out there, sticklers about those details, but the shape of the Typhoon wings in the real life are a little curved upwards. I've seen other manufacturers, they didn't quite capture that detail, but thankfully Hobbymaster nailed it. So kudos to Hobbymaster effort. Uh, the shape of the anhedral canards wings are on point, and so they can be moved, like they're basically movable upwards or downwards. On this particular example here, they're kind of a little stiff. I would not mess with them. I'm not sure I can handle that carefully enough to avoid breaking it. This model does equip with the stand, so clearly you can display this model in any desired configuration. Also comes with the pilot figuring. In terms of armament, on this particular release, it comes with the 4 AIM 120 AIMRAMs, long-range air-to-air missiles, and the 2 short-range missiles, which is I did not display them under the pylons. Uh, and I think it's called the Ace Ram or Meteor. Excuse me, folks. I am a little out of practice when it comes to the European armament, and it comes with the centerline fuel tank, and it comes with the two Storm Shadows, air to ground cruise missiles under each pylon. As you guys can see here in front of you, this Typhoon is loaded for bear big time. Having aircraft, carries a variety of weaponry and a lot of firepower that you can bring into the fight. So yeah, I'm a fan of the Typhoon. Is one of my favorite fighter jets. One of the best platforms out there. Very deadly machine. And I'll leave it at that. Wishing you all a joyful Easter. To all my wonderful subscribers, you know, whatever you are, what part of the world, near and far, whichever your culture does it. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it thumbs up and subscribe for more. It helps the algorithm so I can bring you more content like this. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one.